Hey guys, watch Adrian Shrink coming at you with a no makeup, hair not done, late at night video. I just got done actually doing my roots, so I was taking a shower and washed all my makeup off. Today is, I have notes again. Today is January 12th, 2017. I had surgery on October 26, 2016. This is my week 11 update. I started at 309 pounds. I did a 6-month pre-op diet where I got down to 277 pounds. That was my weight date of surgery. My weight last video was 242.2, and today my weight is 235.8 for a 6.4 pound loss. Yeah, amazing, right? I'm seeing a pattern. I'm having a big loss, then a medium loss, then a small loss. So it seems to just kind of be running in that pattern lately, which is fine with me. It's totally cool. So 235.8. The 230s kind of have a little bit of special meaning for me. I haven't been in the 230s since the year after my daughter was born. So it's literally been 6 years. She's getting ready to turn 7 here in another couple weeks, so that is super exciting. I've had a traumatic week. My daughter broke her collarbone when we had some snow. She and my dog were outside playing and they crashed into each other and she fell and broke her collarbone. So that's been a little bit stressful. Been really busy at work, have a new employee that I'm not real happy with. But on to weight loss reality. This video might get a little bit long because I kind of want to talk a little bit about some things that I guess I did in the past and some things that I feel like are kind of shaping me now. And why I feel different from other people in the weight loss community. And hopefully you'll get something out of this. If not, I apologize. If it doesn't interest you at all, it does not offend me. If you want to say deuces, lady. So when I was 11 years old, I was already pretty significantly overweight. And my mom, who has probably always struggled with, I'd say, about 50 pounds. She'll get it off and put it back on and get it off and put it back on. But I wouldn't really consider her obese. I think probably the largest size-wise that she's ever gotten to would be like a 14. But she usually maintains probably like a size 10, size 12. And so when I was about 11, she went on Weight Watchers and she took me with her. I really can't tell you for sure how much I weighed. I would guess probably 150 pounds or so. But I'm not very tall, and I definitely wasn't very tall back then, so I was pretty significantly overweight. I remember buying a pair of size 14 pants that were way too long for me, but they were all I could get around my waist. So I'm not sure how much I weighed. But we went to Weight Watchers, and there was a girl from school that was there. And her name was Megan. She was one of the popular set, and she was what we would call now thick. She had a little bit of a tummy pooch. She had thick thighs, thick calves, thick arms, almost an athletic body, but with some weight on it, basically. And after the Weight Watchers meeting, she came up to me and she said, I'm so glad to see you here. I'm so excited that I have somebody to do this with, and I just know that we're both going to be successful. I was so offended by her coming up to me and talking to me that I literally never spoke to her again after that. I could not deal with the fact that somebody from school knew that I was struggling with my weight. I mean, obviously they could look at me and see that I was struggling with my weight, but it wasn't the same as being caught at Weight Watchers. And she was mightily successful with her Weight Watchers venture. She lost weight, she looked good, and she maintained it all through high school. And when I saw her at our high school reunion, she was still very thin. And I always look back and think, you know, if I had embraced her coming to me, you know, would I have been successful? Would that have changed anything? And it's always been one of those things that has stuck in the back of my mind, something that I regretted, because I really kind of mistreated her. You know, she was reaching out to me, and boy, did I blow her off, and I resented every little bit of her coming to me and giving me encouragement. I mean, I resented it. Lord, I resented it. And at that point in my life, I was getting into the teenager stage where I was going to have so much more freedom. And with that freedom came, you know, more eating, more binge eating, more sneaking and eating. And I think a lot of those patterns are things that I still need to deal with. I mean, I'm not binge eating, obviously, but I have bought things that I don't particularly want to share with anybody, so I'll hide it. And it's not that I'm eating a lot of it or whatever, but in my house, it's kind of feast or famine. I'll go grocery shopping and spend a fortune, and then by the time I get home from work, it seems like everything is gone. So, and then I'm also sort of selfish with food. You know, it's like, you know, this is mine. I don't want you to eat this. This is mine. And a part of it is the cost is so much higher. I mean, like Halo Top ice cream, you know, you're getting this little container and it's $5 versus, you know, this giant container that you can get of regular ice cream. So that's part of it. But I feel like that's definitely some of my patterns. Just things that I need to deal with. The next thing I wanted to talk about, so my dad has always had a problem with my weight. My dad is one of those people that's pretty much successful in everything that he does. And so he doesn't really see failure as acceptable. If you've failed, then you're not trying hard enough. You know, for me, I should push back from the table. I should get out more, those type of things. And now as an adult, I can recognize, this is going to sound terrible, and I'm not meaning it to, but I can recognize that he's not really a very good person. I still love him. He's my dad, and I accept him for his flaws, which took me many, many years. And I've said horrible things to him and about him that I shouldn't have, and that I regret now, things that changed our relationship when I was, you know, probably 18, 19 years old. But I've moved on. I've moved past those things, and whether he has or not, I don't know. We do talk, you know, probably once a month or so. I do go see him every couple of years. But when I told him that I was having this surgery, it was sort of like, is it safe? Yeah. Okay. Good luck. And that was basically all that was ever said. So today I got a text message from my stepmom, and whether this came from him, whether they were talking about me, I don't really know, but the text message said, "How's that surgery thing going?" And I replied, "Well, I've lost about 72 pounds total." I said, you know, about 40 since surgery, about 30 on my own. And she replied, "Great," or "Good job," one of the two. And that was it. That's the only kind of response, that's the only kind of reaction that I've gotten out of either of those two. And I find it really interesting. You know, I think I struggled all of my life for, and I don't really want to say his approval, maybe more his acceptance. And now here, the thing that, you know, you had the biggest problem with me about, I'm doing something to change it, and I'm not getting any kind of response or support. So I just find that really interesting, you know. I don't know. I don't know. This will probably just be something that I'll have to struggle with on my own and really think about. I mean, my dad is 72 years old, so I can't let this become a problem in our relationship because, you just never know how long someone's going to be around. I mean, he's very healthy. I'm not like doom and glooming or anything here, but I don't know, just thoughts. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is why I feel so different from everyone else in the weight loss surgery community. So basically right out of surgery, once I got out of the hospital, which was the very next day, I wasn't experiencing the gas pain. I could pretty much gulp water. I was up and doing things, and so many other people didn't have that experience. So that kind of started me off as feeling different. The other thing that started me off feeling different is that I didn't feel different. I expected to come out of surgery and have what everybody was talking about, the different mental focus. No desire to have sweets, no desire to have any food at all of those things. And I never had that. I never had the change in taste buds. I never had the nausea from the smell of food. I just didn't have it. And anytime that I would taste something and think, now I'm going to like this because before I hated it. Nope, still hated it. Oh, now I'm not going to like this because it's too sweet. Nope, still liked it. And so I'm not one of those that I'm going to sit here and tell you, I don't think that my doctor pulled my stomach out, because I know better. I know he did. I know that I don't eat the quantity that I did before. But I just don't feel the same things, and not the same things have happened to me that have happened to all of you. So I feel like I don't have the same experiences, the same common denominators. And I've mentioned before, I think I eat more than you guys do. Right out the gate, I mean, I could eat a whole egg. I could eat, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, sometimes even 4 ounces. Now, I do eat a lot less. I eat a lot healthier. I don't have the major carb cravings that I used to have. I mean, I have 2 pieces of chocolate that are sitting on my bedside table that have been sitting there for a week. That would never have happened before surgery. So I just want to articulate a little bit that I feel different. I'm unique. I feel unique. I don't know. So NSVs for the week. Funny story. So every Thursday, or whatever day that I'm off, I go outside and I walk, and I meet my daughter at her bus stop. But before she gets there, usually about 20 minutes or so, I'm just out there walking. Now, I have done this in 950 degree weather. I have done this raining. I have done it when it's so cold that my snot is freezing on my face. I mean, I have done it in every weather out there. So today, I'm walking, and I go up the mountain, which I've taken you guys on that walk before. So I go up the mountain, and then I come back down the mountain, then I go to my mailbox, and I just do the whole circuit over and over again until the bus comes. So today, I got 3 different vehicles stopped, 3 men, 2 of them old and one of them probably in his 40s, asked me if I wanted a ride. Now, these people have had to have passed me before, because they all 3 had kids in their car. So that means that at the other bus stop that's just down the road, that they were picking up their kids. But never have I been asked by 3 different men if I needed a ride. And every time I just cracked up to myself. It's just so funny. And it's like, I mean, I know I've lost 70 pounds, and I've lost more than that before, but just in one day to get the attention of 3 different men. And they may have just been wanting to give a girl a ride because it was kind of a doom and gloomy day, but it wasn't raining. I mean, it was just so funny to me. My jeans that I bought, I can't remember if it was right before or right after surgery, but they were size 20s, and I could get in them, but they were so tight that I just couldn't even wear them, are now loose on me. I wore them all day, so I mean, you know, as the more you wear your jeans throughout the day, obviously the looser they become, but these are needing a belt, and I still can't really wear a belt because it hits me right at my belly button, and that is still a little bit tender for me. That's the only incision spot that's tender for me. And then my watch is so loose now that I've really got to get a link taken out. It pretty much ends up getting all the way up here on my wrist, and then it'll get stuck and it won't move. So those are my NSVs. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, everybody who watches, all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. You guys are an amazing group. Thank you for listening to me vent. I know I promised a skin flick video. I tried to do it this afternoon, but the lighting was just so bad that basically I was just a black blob. So Sunday I will get that done, and I will load that, and it'll be basically time for my 3-month. So we'll combine it, 2 and 3 month. Yes. But I wish everybody a great week. Happy weight loss. If you're considering having this surgery, I highly recommend it. If you ever have any questions, need to ask me anything, comment below, message me, however you want to do it. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in a week.